The next family is the surface operator or SOPs. We'll find it here in this column. When we talk about SOPs, it's everything about 3D. When we talk about the top operator, it's everything about 2D or pixels. When we talk about SOPs, we are talking about everything that needs vectors in the space. When we are talking about the three axes, the X, Y, and Z. All the information that can be expressed in a 3D environment will be related with the SOP family or the surface operators. In this case, it's the same that the other families. We will find single operators. Entrance and out, we will find multiple entrance operators, and the way that it connects and interacts between their own family and the rest of the operator families is the same. Or we will connect through these cables. Related with the surface operators or the SOP operators is the material family. And this is the way that we are going to put the materials to all the surface in different ways. We have the regular funk, we have the PVRs that are materials that works in real time and change in real times, like in video games. We have wireframes, we have point sprites. I mean, it's one of the smallest family, and it's just focused in materials for the surface operators. And the last family, that it's one of the more complex but also the more powerful family, is the DAT operators or data operators, where we can connect and see the information in tables. So we will get information from internet, we can connect with different protocols that are available in our system, and will be expressed all the information in text inside cells or in text with a specific format. And we'll see how it works when we be a little bit more advanced for the interaction with Touchdesginer. But it's so necessary to get here, because when we are talking about Touchdesginer, we don't really need to know how to code in the regular, in the traditional way. But if we have ability or knowledge to code, in this case in Python, that is the language that is used to program all the software, our limits will be more far, because we'll be available to expand the function and the power of Touchdesginer that we just get connecting cables with the programming using this family in specific. So it's really important, if you know Python, you will find really useful that knowledge here. Okay, so how I told you, we can find containers, or we can create containers custom made that are able to get information from all the different families. In this container, I'm getting numbers, an image, 3D object, a material, and a table, and I'm taking out also all those kind of information. So every different container, it can works as a completely independent project or world, or the way that you can understand that dimension. I mean, every box is a different level, but it's also a different world that can be affected by the higher level, but anyway, the behavior is independent of the rest of the network. And this is really important to understand in this paradigm, because in the flow-based paradigm, the elements works asynchronously. It's not like in the traditional programming paradigm that everything needs to be done in a sequence from top to bottom, while all the code it's being processed. In this case, every element works independently and is asynchronous. So now we'll see how we can change or translate information from one world to another. In this case, we are expressing the position of every vector that it's inside of a sub-operator. I mean, it's a 3D object, it's a geometry that it's being visualized with light and everything, but we can also understand it or get that information and express it in numbers. And in this case, this is the way that a torus like this is represented. In the same way, we can express pixels in numbers. In this case, we have a single banana with a alpha background, and we can see how all this area here is empty, all this area here is empty, and that's why this area here is empty or zero, and also this area here is empty or zero, because all the information that it's being expressed here in those four channels are the red channel, the green channel, the blue channel, and the alpha. In the same way, we can translate a table to numbers, and it's the same in the opposite way. We can express a number to a geometry, we can express a number to a pixel, or we can express a number to a table, for example. In this part, we'll see another way also to translate. In this case, we are expressing a table in geometry after being also expressed first from geometry to table. And in this case, we also have, again, one geometry, but now it's expressed in table, not in number, like in the first example. And in this case, we have a number expressed in that operator. So this is a very simple introduction of what are the elements that we have available here in Touchdesginer. It's a really big software. It's too hard to get all the elements and learn it. It's more about the way that we are going to work with the software. It's solving problems.